GameKO.
Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different for the channel. I know we've reviewed some products on the channel before, but I recently upgraded my setup for streaming and recording, and I wanted to talk about a new piece of equipment that I've been using that I have been really enjoying. That is a brand new that I have recently acquired. The name of which is the PRYMALL pop-up green screen background circular chair attachment stream online work, you know, one of those things on Amazon. I'll link it in the description, but essentially it is a green screen, a circular pop-up green screen that attaches to the back of your office chair and is able to be popped up, taken down, and easily can help you get a nice green screen setup. So as you can see, I'm currently using it. You can see some of the limitations already, but there are some really good things that come with this setup. First of all, the biggest and most awesome thing about this is it's extremely inexpensive. So this one retails for right now around $33 on Amazon. You can get it shipped to you really easily. It comes in two different sizes, the 50-inch and the 60-inch. I got the 50-inch. You could probably go for the 60-inch and it would make your setup a little bit easier. It's one of the things we'll get to in a little bit, but size matters a lot on a product like this, just because it is something that is going to be attached to your chair and you're not going to have like that full freedom of movement in some of the other situations. Second is there are other ones like WebAround and stuff like that that are a little bit more premium brand. They cost maybe $20 more. So if you're looking for something that's going to be, you know, a little bit more tested, a little more premium, those are good options. And this one specifically comes in a green shade that is not particularly like bright green. And I'm not necessarily thinking that's a bad thing. It causes less green bleed and stuff like that into your picture and all that stuff. But it may be harder to color key depending on your setup. So as you can see, this is kind of a pretty rudimentary lighting setup too. I managed to get this to work with some really simple LED lamp and an LED ring light that is extremely cheap. So the fact is that you can do this for a very budget friendly price, and that's pretty much the biggest reason why I wanted to go and shout it out. So you'll be seeing in the background, I'm going to show you how to take it down and put it back up, but it's as simple as one of those sunscreens in your car. You just fold it up. It folds into a nice little bag that maybe it's about this big, so you can pop that under your desk when you're not using it. It doesn't take up space in your room when you don't have your green screen. It doesn't take more than 2 minutes to get on your chair and up and running. So that delay between setup and streaming is great, especially for those people that have an office where you're doing multiple things in there. So, you know, sometimes my kids play in here. I don't want my green screen up. I don't want all my equipment up. So it's a nice thing to be able to take up, put away, all that stuff. But as you can see, it creates a pretty nice green screen image. I'll show you real quick exactly what it looks like without the mask, but to give you kind of an idea, just real quick, you can see that this is the green screen behind me. It just currently sits on the back of my chair. I have it tilted just a little bit so that it makes sure that I get more coverage on those corners and I don't have to worry about it, but it was really easy to pop on there. It shows really clean, doesn't have a ton of like crinkles or anything like that that's going to cause any sort of issues. As long as you're well lit, it seems to do a really great job of coverage. And as you can see, other than the fact that I'm on a 720p camera, so you're going to see some aliasing there, it looks pretty dang good. So here, I'm going to pull back in just a second and give you just a quick like visual of what this may look like on a regular scene. So let's say I'm just playing a game. This is exactly what it's going to look like. I pop myself into that bottom left-hand corner, and honestly, it looks like a pretty professional setup. You're not going to be able to see, especially when you're talking about green screening yourself into a corner, you're not going to have to worry about like the aliasing that you saw in that big picture. But you can see it works for both directions, and I think that's a really strong thing. So huge points to the price, to performance, to setup, to ease of use, all that stuff. Highly recommend this implementation. And if you can, I say hop in there, take advantage of it. $33, you can get yourself a nice green screen setup, buy yourself a couple LED lamps, one on each side. That's really all you need to make sure that you get a nice key light onto the actual green so that it keeps a nice consistent color to that green, because that's how the chroma key is going to really work. You could see one thing that if you take away this lighting, that's when the chroma key is not going to work very well. But again, that's more of like, doesn't matter what green screen setup you have. Those are things you have to consider. Those are setups you have to figure out. So really, really highly recommend it. Again, I'll drop the link in the description for the product because it's awesome. But if you're struggling to find a new green screen that's going to work for you, check this out. Hit us up and go ahead and let us know in the comments how it's working for you. I'd love to see all your streams get even more impressive as time goes on. Thanks again. Make sure to like the video if you like the content. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss anything else. We stream games, we review products, we review games, everything like that. Anything gaming under the sun, anything entertainment under the sun, you might find on GameKO. Thank you again, and as always, stay classy, coders.